Hey, so in this video we'll talk about how to navigate a large code base at the beginning when you're starting out a job, and it can be really daunting to just clone the repo, and there's just a ton of thousands of files that you can look into, and it might be hard to know where to start. So here are some pointers on what you can do to just make it an easier process to get you onboarded into a company. The first thing I would say is you can ask to pair program with somebody. If you're not physically going to an office, if it's remote, just Slack somebody or message them saying, hey, I would like to get some help on this ticket. Can you pair with me tomorrow or something like that? And then I'm pretty sure your team members are going to be able to help you to pair program with you. And you'll fix problems much easier than if you do them on your own. You'll get familiar with just how the things are set up in your project much quicker, and it's kind of expected for you to ask for help at the beginning. They don't expect you to just know everything off the bat. I think they expect you to know how to code in general, but then once it comes to the quirks of your application and the things that are particular about it, it's always good to reach out for help. And I think in general, no matter what your stage in your career is, it's always good to pair program with other people, just to learn what are the new trends, or just learn how they work. And you're always learning more if you work together with somebody else, and you kind of catch problems faster. You can kind of discuss the ideas, kind of like rubber ducking, if you heard that term. But you can rubber duck much faster, much easier with somebody physically in a call or next to each other. Try to make a really small change, a really tiny change, because you're gonna run into other problems with the setup, with the backend, how to set it up, with dependencies, with your environment, with your node version. So there are gonna be other problems that you're gonna have to fix in order to get going. So make sure you leave some room for those when you are starting out. Just pick up a really small ticket. If they don't give you one, if they give you a bigger one, just ask, hey, like, can I have a small ticket? This is pretty big, or can I work with somebody on this one? You just kind of pair with somebody else. If you pair, I think you can take on larger tickets. But if you're on your own, just try to pick up the smallest thing you can, and it'll help you just ramp up and find out all the other stuff. It'll give you space to fix all those other errors that you're gonna encounter. Ask other questions. If you've heard the saying, there are no stupid questions, I think you can kind of go into a job with that mindset. They hired you for a reason. If you interviewed with them, they thought you were a good fit. They really think that you're a good fit, that you know your stuff. So feel comfortable just asking a lot of questions. There are really no stupid questions. I always ask very basic questions, even though I have years working with code. There are new technologies coming out. TypeScript is a new thing that I haven't gotten into, so I'm always asking very basic questions, and that's okay. That's kind of okay to do in general, because you're always learning. And then, so one thing about question is just do your work before you ask something. So make sure you research or try a few things before kind of reaching out to others. One, because you might fix a problem before you have to ask the question. And second, because it's going to look much better if you try something and you say, hey, like, I tried removing my node modules, then npm install, but I'm still getting this error. And I tried this other thing, but then I'm still stuck. Can somebody help me? Instead of saying, hey, like, I run into this, what should I do? And then you don't provide anything to the conversation other than you're kind of blocked. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I had. Hope this helps you navigate a code base when you're starting at a new company. Some code bases can be huge, and it can be hard to kind of start going through the code. I think it sounds harder than it is once you get into the job and work with your teammates, it gets easier over time. And if you know the fundamentals, you'll get the hang of it. So that's it. Thank you guys. See you on the next one.